Hey folks, how's it going? This is Iron Seagull here, and this is probably one of the most staged pictures I've ever taken. Although this was completely by accident. What good timing. Yeah, if only we had drivable cars in The Sims 4. But anyways, this is, well, a video. It's not really an info/thoughts video because, well, there's not really much info to say at all in this video, really. Other than that, Q3 of 2017 has started, and yeah, there's the information right there. But this video is going to be about what I think we can expect to happen in this quarter relating to The Sims. So I guess you could call this more of The Sims thoughts video. I don't know. I just really wanted to make a video that's a bit more in-depth about my predictions for this quarter, and I just didn't really have any news to go off of because, well, we don't really know when they're gonna drop the quarterly teaser. I didn't think they were gonna drop it before now just because of like the Independence Day weekend. So really it could happen as soon as tomorrow, or it could happen like later this week. I think it probably will happen later this week, but other than the quarterly teaser, what could happen? So I think the most likely thing out of anything to happen in this quarter is that we'll get more information about The Sims Mobile, like what they plan to do with it in the future and when the release date is. I find it actually kind of strange that, like, just before Parenthood they announced this and then they just went quiet about it. Like, really not a peep about it. It was at EA Play, but it was just like a playable demo. They didn't really have it as part of their conference, which is unfortunate, but yeah. I mean, it made sense that they didn't want mobile to take away from Parenthood, especially since this was like a pack that so many of us were asking for with The Sims 4. But yeah, it's been a while since Parenthood has come out, so yeah, I think it's only a matter of weeks or even days before they start talking more about Sims Mobile again, love it or hate it. But since Brazil has had the game for a little while now, I don't think it's going to be much longer before the rest of the world has it. I'm predicting maybe August. I am kind of hoping that they do actually announce the release date, because some of my recent experience with freemium games is just like, yeah, they announce it and then all of a sudden just randomly drops out of nowhere. It's like, oh, okay, so maybe this game will have a bit of a smoother marketing campaign. But yeah, I don't think it'll come out in July, because what I think will happen this month is that we're going to already get another stuff pack for The Sims 4. Because they do seem to like releasing summer-themed stuff packs during the summer. And I don't think this year is really going to be an exception. I guess you could argue that fitness stuff could be like the summer-themed stuff pack for this year, but I think they'll do something even more related to summer. And I think my safest prediction with this is a stuff pack revolving around pools. Because I think, like, yeah, you could say, oh, but what about seasons? Won't they put that stuff in the seasons? But I think the seasons expansion could take a different path. Like with City Living, they didn't just like, oh, recycle late night. They didn't do like, oh, clubbing in the city. They did something very different where they focused more on culture and festivals and things like that. So I think seasons could go in a different direction. Maybe you could actually use some of the eco-friendly ideas that that didn't win the vote or didn't even make it past the brainstorming session. So I think that could be really neat. And well, I think, like, even with expansion packs, they really can only fit so much in on their budget. So I think they could end up putting pool things in either a game pack or a stuff pack. And if they do that, then we won't have to wait as long for that stuff either, which is good. So I think we'll probably get a pool stuff pack that introduces at least a couple of new things related to pools. Like, maybe we'll get the pool loungers back from Sims 3 Seasons, or maybe we'll get something new like pool steps, which is a build mode thing that I really want. But actually, is that the build mode features with stuff packs I don't think happen really. I'm pretty sure Simgurugram said they don't normally do build mode things with a stuff pack because it required too much investment. But hopefully pool steps can happen someday, because that is just something I tend to see with just about every pool in real life that I come across. But yeah, I think the pool loungers are pretty likely. I don't know if the pool slides or even like normal height diving boards, like the ones we saw in previous Sims games, would count as like, oh, a build mode thing, so it's out of the reach of a stuff pack development. But I don't think so. So hopefully one of those things can happen. But I do have another idea that's a bit more fresh and interesting, because they could do something that's related to the water, but not necessarily revolving around backyard pools. Because maybe they could do a stuff pack that revolves around water parks. Like, they could introduce water slides, as in like big water slides, and maybe you could even like build your own, or it can just come in like 2 or 3 different presets, and you could basically have your own little water park. I don't know if they would really add a new lot type, because they were saying, like with bowling night stuff, that they didn't want to add a venue type for a bowling alley because they hear our concerns about how there isn't really much space in worlds within The Sims 4, so they were just like, okay, let's just fit it into some of the existing lot types like the lounge. So I think if a water park stuff pack were to happen, they'd probably do that with this stuff pack too. And yeah, I think that could potentially be interesting, because they haven't really done that very much in The Sims. I think The Sims Vacation might have had a water slide. I don't know, my memory's kind of fuzzy on that, but I think there was. Like, there was at least a snow slide, but I can't remember if there was an actual water slide. But if there wasn't one in Sims Vacation, then yeah, that would actually be a first, and be the first time we get a pack revolving around water parks. And yeah, I think that would be an interesting change from just like the expected stuff, because the past couple of stuff packs have basically been recycled ideas. Like bowling we've had before, and we've had the rock climbing wall before, although they actually did change it up a little bit more, where they had it be like a combination of a treadmill and a rock climbing wall, which is kind of interesting. But still, it was kind of like, yeah, it was still rooted in the past a little bit. But I think a water park would be a much fresher idea, even if it's been done like once before, but that was like way back in The Sims 1. So I think since that was a pretty long time ago, we can really apply the phrase, what's old is new again. And I'm thinking it probably will just be that one stuff pack in the quarter again. I don't think we'll get 2. Maybe we could get a stuff pack in August or September, but I think September will revolve around finally announcing pets, or dogs and cats, or whatever you want to call this almost certain expansion pack that has cats and dogs in it. So yeah, I think that's how the quarter is going to end. But yeah, I think we'll get only one stuff pack, and I don't think we will get a game pack during this summer quarter, because we already got one game pack in quarter 1, and we got Parenthood in quarter 2, so I don't think we're already going to get another one so soon, because, well, if we did, one, I'd be seriously questioning the quality of life of SimGuru Ninja and the rest of the game pack team, because they would probably have to do some crazy amounts of overtime to get one game pack out for each quarter this year so far. And also, that would also make me question the expansion pack team a little bit. It's like, oh, okay, so at least 3 game packs in 1 year, but only 1 expansion pack. Even though game packs are overall smaller offerings than expansion packs, game packs are still pretty in-depth and aren't exactly easy to make. So yeah, that definitely would make me wonder if they were able to pump out game packs so fast, but still struggle to bring out 1 expansion a year. But one other thing that I'm hoping will happen with The Sims 4 this quarter is that we'll get some sort of big free update, because really I think the last one we got was Toddlers, and that was back in January, so I think it is time we got another major update. Like the recovery save feature during the last quarter, that's pretty cool. I'm really glad we got that, but I'd really like to see like a new feature for the game, and something that's not attached to a challenge this time. Like, please, like, just lay off the challenges for a little bit. I really want more permanent additions to the game, and I doubt I'm alone on that opinion, so yeah, what could that be? Well, maybe it could add pool steps. Maybe not necessarily in relation to a stuff pack or any other pack, but yeah, maybe like pool steps or new stair types. I talk a lot about how I want new stair types because, yeah, I'm getting tired of just having the one type of stairs available. Escalators, elevators that actually have animations, spiral stairs, L-shaped stairs, U-shaped stairs, Y-shaped stairs, every shape of stairs, or ladders, things like that. Like, yeah, I think we could definitely use a lot more stairs in The Sims 4, especially ones like spiral stairs that help save space. Maybe something else completely out of the blue and unexpected, like cars, could happen, but yeah, I'm not gonna get my hopes up for that. I think realistically, yeah, we're probably going to get a challenge and or another triple boost week, since there seems to be at least one of those every quarter now. Actually, one other thing that I really love is if we got another empty world like Newcrest. Maybe, except this time it could have the backdrop of Oasis Springs, so it's not like a Newcrest clone, because I know I really would love more space to place down lots and Sims, because yeah, I know, we got Newcrest, but I filled that up a long time ago. Newcrest came out like 2 years ago now, so yeah, I think it's time we got another empty world, especially since it seems like create a world is just never gonna happen, so they might as well just give us more empty worlds. Or even at the very least, just be able to make clones of Newcrest, or just have like a few templates where you can just like make, well, you'd probably have to have a limit of how many new worlds you could make, since you have like every world in one save, unlike previous Sims games where it was like you have like the one save and only that one world for it, whereas with The Sims 4 you can have all the worlds. So if you were able to have 1,000 worlds in your game, then I think The Sims 4 would just be like, nope, I give up, and just implode. Although, to its credit, The Sims 4 has been a lot more stable than previous Sims games for me, because I've actually been using the same save ever since day one of The Sims 4's release. Like, yeah, the save I have now is a copy of the original save, but it still has everything that's gone on since The Sims 4 came out in September 2014 in my save. So yeah, that definitely says a lot about like how long you can play a save, whereas with like The Sims 2 and The Sims 3, yeah, you'd have to really worry 2 years in if your save game will last much longer. So I think if they gave us like half a dozen slots for empty worlds, then I think that could work. So to wrap up this video, I think we will definitely get a stuff pack, probably this month to capitalize on the summer hype. A challenge or a triple boost week could also happen around that same time. We'll also very likely hear something about Sims Mobile with its release in at least multiple countries soon after. No game packs or expansion packs coming out, but a pets announcement towards the end of the quarter in September I think is almost guaranteed, especially since retailers are starting to say that it'll be out in early November. Overall, I think this quarter will be quite slow compared to the first two. But if it does end up being slow, I think quarter 4 will make up for it, but might as well wait to cross that bridge when we get there. So let me know in the comment section below what you think is going to happen within the next few months for The Sims 4. I'll talk to you all later and have a great day. Thanks for watching!